Beloved, have you ever paused for a moment and felt that something larger, something divine, was whispering directly to your soul? Have you ever seen a number repeat itself over and over, or heard a phrase that echoes exactly what you were just thinking? Perhaps you were walking down the street, and a feather appeared in your path. Or you glanced at the clock and saw 111 staring back at you again. These are not accidents, my dear one, for the universe is never random. The universe is precise. The universe speaks. It is sending you signs every single day, and the moment you learn to recognize these divine confirmations, your path to manifestation becomes illuminated with grace and ease. There is no confusion in the divine plan. There are only messages waiting for you to notice, to trust, and to act upon. You see, every word you speak carries power. Every desire you hold in your heart sends out a signal, and the universe, like a wise and faithful servant, responds, not in chaos but in clarity. But to those who do not see, it seems like coincidence. They dismiss the signs as imagination, and thus they miss the guidance. But not anymore. For today, I will reveal to you how the universe confirms your manifestations. Not only so you can receive them faster, but so you can walk through life, knowing you are always supported, always seen, always guided by a power greater than yourself. Let me begin by saying this: the moment you speak a word with faith, it is set into motion. The moment you declare with confidence, this or something better now manifests for me in perfect ways, you align your will with the infinite, and the infinite does not delay. But manifestation, though certain, unfolds in stages, first in the unseen, then in the seen, and in between, the universe sends confirmations, little nudges, soft whispers, clear signs, to assure that what you have asked for is already on its way. Repeating numbers, beloved, are among the most common signs, seeing 1122 404 777. These are codes from the universe, each with its own divine meaning. When you see them, pause and listen. What were you just thinking? What were you just feeling? That repeating number is the universe highlighting your thought. It is saying, pay attention, this is important. 11 is the number of alignment. It means your thoughts are manifesting quickly, so keep them pure. 22 tells you to trust the process. Balance is being restored. 33 reminds you that the ascended masters are near. 44 speaks of angelic protection. 55 means great change is coming. 777 is a spiritual jackpot. It's the universe saying, you're on the right path. Keep going. These numbers are not random. They are divine confirmations. Another sign is the appearance of symbols, like feathers, butterflies, coins, or even animals crossing your path. Each has a message. A white feather may tell you that your request has been heard. A butterfly may symbolize transformation, confirming that your new reality is taking shape. Coins found on the ground, they are a sign of financial flow, a reminder that abundance is already arriving. Even music can be a sign. Have you ever turned on the radio and heard lyrics that speak exactly to your situation? That's not by chance. It's divine orchestration. But you must be aware. You must be present. You must expect signs to appear. That is the beginning of manifestation, expectancy. You see, when you live in joyful expectancy, you create a fertile field for your manifestation. Doubt closes the channel. Expectation opens it. When you feel peace in your heart, even before the thing arrives, that is a sign. When doors open without you forcing them, that is a sign. When people mention something you were just thinking of, that is a sign. When someone gives you encouragement out of nowhere and you feel chills, that is a sign. It is the universe saying, yes, beloved, you are aligned. Keep going. Now listen closely, for I must tell you a secret that many miss. Your inner world must reflect the energy of what you desire before the outer world catches up, and the universe sends signs to help you hold that energy. A sudden sense of calm, a deep knowing, an overwhelming peace that everything is working out. These are confirmations. They are not just feelings. They are the universe saying, it is done. When you get quiet and still and feel that joyful expectation, that holy excitement, even though nothing has changed yet on the outside, that is the most powerful confirmation of all. It means your manifestation has already begun to break through the veil of the unseen into the seen. And if you hold that feeling, speak your truth, and trust the signs. What you desire must appear. This is the law. Just as the acorn contains the oak tree, your word contains your future. And just as the soil gives back what you plant, the universe gives back the energy you put out. So when you speak your affirmations with joy, with belief, and you look for the signs with faith, you are creating a magnetic field that draws your good to you faster than you can imagine. Let us practice now. Say with me, I am divinely guided. I trust the signs the universe sends. My manifestations are unfolding perfectly. Feel those words, speak them aloud, let them soak into your spirit, and then watch. You will see the signs begin to multiply. You will notice numbers. You will hear words. You will feel aligned. And most importantly, you will begin to live from a place of peace. Peace is the highest sign of all, beloved. When you can look at your life and know that all is well, even before the answer arrives, you have entered the realm of miracles. The universe loves a calm heart. The universe flows best through a quiet mind. And when you are in that place, you are the clearest receiver of all the confirmations it sends. Now some will ask, what if I see no signs? But you are seeing them. You may not yet know how to recognize them. The signs are always there. You must become still. You must observe. You must open your eyes and ears. Not just your physical ones, but your spiritual senses. Every moment is full of messages. Every whisper of the wind, every passing phrase, every impulse to take a different route, all of it can be a sign. But you must believe. Belief is the bridge between the sign and the blessing. If you dismiss the sign, you block the flow. But if you embrace it, you accelerate the manifestation. So I ask you, will you begin to trust the signs? Will you begin to expect them? Will you dare to believe that the universe is your friend, your guide, your partner in creating the life of your dreams? For it is. And every time you declare your desire with faith, the universe responds with guidance. This guidance comes as signs. And the signs are your evidence, your breadcrumbs, your trail to the promised land. Do not seek signs out of desperation. Do not say, I must see a sign or I will doubt. No, speak your word and then expect the sign with joy. Say, I know the universe confirms my good. I am open to receiving my sign. Then go about your day in peace. And when the sign appears, receive it. Say thank you. Smile. Bless it. And know that your manifestation is in motion. This is how miracles become normal. This is how you move from hoping to knowing. This is how you walk in alignment. And once you begin, you will never go back. You will live each day with awareness, gratitude, and power. And your manifestations will unfold with divine speed. Because you no longer need to chase. You simply align, and the signs will find you. Beloved, now that your spiritual eyes are beginning to open and your soul is attuned to the gentle nudges of divine confirmation, let us go deeper into this sacred dance between your word and the universe's response. For the universe is not distant, it is not withholding. It is always present, always listening, always responding with perfect timing and loving precision. And when you begin to trust the signs, you open a pathway for the miraculous to walk freely into your life. For it is not enough to wish and wait, you must declare and believe. And in that belief you will witness a mysterious and glorious unfolding, one that comes not from force but from divine flow. And how beautiful it is to know that the signs are not rewards for being perfect, but reminders that you are loved even in your waiting, that your request has been heard, that the soil of spirit is fertile, and your seed has already taken root. So when you feel lost, when you feel unsure, you must return to your center, say your word, and let the universe show you once again what it has been trying to tell you all along, that your manifestation is not a matter of if but of when, and that when begins to speed up the moment you live as though your desire is already done. So I ask you, beloved, can you act as if it is already so? Can you move through your day expecting good, blessing the path, and welcoming the signs with open arms and a grateful heart? Because the moment you say, I trust, with conviction, the doors begin to creak open, the light begins to shine through, and what seemed uncertain becomes beautifully obvious. And this is where the true power of the signs lies, not in spectacle or noise, but in the quiet certainty that the universe is forever conspiring in your favor. And if ever you doubt, let the signs remind you. Let the sudden song playing your favorite lyrics remind you. Let the stranger's words echoing your prayer remind you. Let the dream that brought clarity in the night remind you. Let the soft breeze on a hard day remind you. For the universe speaks in symbols, in whispers, in patterns. And the more you acknowledge them, the louder they become, not in sound but in clarity. And one of the greatest confirmations is alignment. When everything begins to fit without your struggle. When things flow and people arrive and decisions are made without the push and pull of resistance. This is the divine sign of alignment. And when alignment occurs, you feel it not just in your circumstances, but in your very being. You feel peace where there was worry, ease where there was effort, joy where there was confusion, and beloved, that joy is not fleeting, it is eternal when you are in sync with the source, for the source is joy, and you were born from joy. And joy is the ultimate sign that you are manifesting from truth, so pay attention to the days when you wake up smiling for no reason. To the moments when laughter bubbles up without a cause. Those are confirmations. Those are the universe nodding in agreement with the good that is on its way. And remember, you are not here to chase, to beg, to plead. You are here to declare, to believe, to receive, and the signs are your loving reminders that you are walking the right path, even when it looks unfamiliar, even when others don't understand. Because your path is not theirs. Your journey is sacred and designed uniquely for your soul, and the signs you receive may not make sense to others, but they are not meant to. They are for you. Whispered between your soul and the infinite. So do not look for validation from the world. Look for confirmation from the signs, and trust that when the bird lands at your window after your prayer, it is not random, it is a kiss from the heavens, and when you meet someone who speaks the exact message you needed to hear, that is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. And when the delay turns into a better outcome than you imagined, that is the sign that you were protected by the hand of grace all along. For sometimes the signs come disguised as detours, and the closed door is the loudest, yes, you will ever hear. So do not grieve the delay, do not mourn the no. For the universe never subtracts without preparing to multiply, and what you thought was rejection was redirection, and what you feared was loss was a clearing for something better, and all of it, was signed and sealed by the one who sees all timelines, all possibilities, and all desires written in the heart of your soul. So beloved, stand in that knowing, and watch how the signs appear with even greater clarity when you no longer beg for them but welcome them, and speak this now. I am open to divine signs. I am guided in perfect ways. I expect the unexpected with joy, for the more you speak such words, the more attuned you become to the divine frequency. And once your energy is aligned with trust, signs no longer surprise you. They become part of your everyday walk, like friendly lanterns lighting your path, and you'll find yourself saying, "Of course the opportunity came. Of course the call arrived. Of course the money showed up. I spoke it, I believed it, and the signs confirmed it." And in this holy dance between your word and the universe's response, you will realize that you were never walking alone, never manifesting alone, never hoping in vain, but rather moving in sacred union with the infinite. And this is the secret that the sages knew, the truth that Florence herself taught. Your word is your wand, and the signs are the sparkles that follow the wave. Proof that the magic is real and the manifestation is moving. And oh beloved, when you learn to dance with the signs, life becomes a joy, a mystery, a symphony of divine echoes, and everything, even the waiting, becomes beautiful, because the signs don't just confirm the outcome, they beautify the journey. And if you stay alert, if you keep your heart soft, if you walk with eyes open and speech aligned, you will never again fear the unknown, because you will know, truly know, that the universe is on your side, your desires are unfolding, and your manifestations are making their way to you now. Beloved, now that your soul is softening to the rhythm of divine orchestration, let us go even deeper, for I tell you, the signs are not occasional. They are constant. Yet it is not the universe that hides them. It is often the noise of the mind that blinds the eyes. And the moment you quiet your fears, when you calm the internal storm with faith, suddenly everything becomes visible, the numbers begin to appear again, the gentle nudges of truth grow louder, and the sacred order returns to the seemingly chaotic flow of life. And you must understand this clearing signs are not magic tricks. They are reflections of your inner state, mirrors of the vibration you carry, and the clearer your intention, the more precise the sign. And how can the universe not respond when you speak with conviction and walk with expectancy? For it is the nature of the infinite to mirror back your deepest belief, not your outer mask, but your true inner knowing, and this is why so many miss the signs. They are looking with skeptical minds instead of faithful hearts. They are waiting for thunder when the miracle is whispering. They are seeking proof instead of presence, but I say to you, presence is the proof. And when you are fully present, truly aligned, the signs surround you like a garden in bloom, and every color, every fragrance, every breeze speaks to your spirit, saying, "It is coming, it is yours, it is done." And this is when manifestation begins to move swiftly, not because you forced it, but because you became one with it. And when you walk in this awareness, even the smallest thing becomes sacred. The penny on the street, the phrase in a book, the license plate with repeating numbers, the gentle tug in your chest that says, "This is the way." And I implore you, beloved, do not brush these things aside, for these are not mere coincidences. They are confirmations of your creation, signs that the invisible is becoming visible, and the unseen is beginning to take form. And when you say, "I am ready," and you truly mean it, the universe responds in ways that surpass logic, and that is the beauty of divine confirmation. It bypasses the intellect and goes straight to the heart. And it is the heart that knows. It is the heart that receives. It is the heart that was made to commune with the infinite. And as you learn to live from the heart, to speak with spiritual authority, the signs come not as surprises but as celebrations of your faith, and you begin to live in a constant dance of guidance and response. And this is the sacred rhythm of manifestation, the beat of divine flow. And beloved, I want you to understand something powerful now. Every time you bless a sign, every time you say, "Thank you," you open the door to more, for gratitude is the language of multiplication, and what you bless, blesses you back. What you acknowledge grows stronger, and what you honor flows freely. So do not wait for the big moment to feel grateful. Give thanks for the small signs, and watch them grow. And speak now with Mech. I bless every sign and welcome every whisper of divine guidance. Say it with faith, feel it in your bones, and let it anchor you when doubt tries to rise again, because doubt will knock, yes, but faith opens the door, and the signs confirm that your faith is not misplaced. And when the doubt comes, as it often will, do not fight it. Acknowledge it, bless it, and replace it with truth. Say, "I know what I know," and the signs confirm it. And when you say that, you shift the atmosphere, you raise your vibration, and you return to the frequency of trust. And on this frequency, beloved, miracles are natural, abundance is normal, and guidance is constant. And this is why you must never say, "Nothing is happening." Because something is always happening, always moving, always aligning, and the signs are proof of the movement, even when your eyes do not yet see the full picture. So trust the symbols, honor the nudges, and follow the flow. And yes, sometimes the signs come in unusual ways. A delay that saves you, a door that closes only to reroute you to something greater, a missed turn that leads to the right encounter. And when these things occur, bless them, for they are part of the divine choreography. And remember, it is not your job to choreograph the dance, only to follow the rhythm, to stay in step with spirit. And when you feel confused, return to the signs, for they will never confuse you. They will clarify, they will comfort, and they will confirm what your soul already knows to be true. And I urge you, beloved, to keep a sacred journal of your signs. Write them down, bless them, speak them aloud, for when you record the confirmations, you deepen your trust, you build your faith, and you remind yourself of the ever-present nature of divine support. And in that recording, in that reflection, your energy grows stronger, your belief becomes unshakable, and your manifestation speeds up, for the universe responds to certainty, not desperation, and your calm knowing is the magnet for rapid miracles. So breathe deep now and say, "I walk in certainty, I trust in signs, I receive with joy," and let this be your anthem, your mantra, your shield against worry, for worry blinds, but trust reveals. And when you walk in trust, the signs unfold like petals of a blooming flower, each one more beautiful than the last, each one whispering, "Keep going, it's working. Your word has power, your dream is valid, your time is near." And in this sacred awareness, you stop chasing and begin receiving, you stop doubting and begin allowing, you stop fearing and begin flowing, and you become a living example of divine alignment. And your life becomes the sign for others, your story becomes the proof, your joy becomes the invitation, and that, beloved, is the highest manifestation, to live so fully in divine flow that you become the confirmation others were praying for. And oh, what a beautiful purpose that is, to be so deeply aligned that your presence activates faith in another. And you will find that the more you live in this awareness, the more you bless and receive the signs, the more signs you become, and your life becomes a lighthouse, your word becomes a key, and your soul becomes a song of truth that calls others home. And this, dear one, is why you must never give up, never stop believing, never stop speaking your word. For the universe is not only listening, it is celebrating every time you trust, every time you believe, every time you act as if it is already done. And that celebration echoes through the ethers and returns to you in the form of divine confirmations, whispering, "Yes, yes, it is done, it is yours, it is already unfolding in perfect time." Beloved, you who have listened so deeply and held these truths close to your heart, let us now rise even higher into the sacred awareness that the universe is not silent, never random, never absent. No, it is intimately woven into the tapestry of your life, sending you confirmations in every breath, in every breeze, in every seemingly ordinary moment that is actually laced with extraordinary meaning. And once you begin to live with this awareness, you will never walk through the world the same way again, for your spiritual sight opens, and the veil of confusion is lifted. And suddenly you are not just a person waiting for something to happen. You are a conscious creator in collaboration with the infinite, and every sign is a sacred handshake from the unseen to the seen, a divine nod that says, "Keep going, beloved. You are exactly where you're meant to be." And this is the holy comfort that signs offer. Not just the confirmation that your manifestation is coming, but the deep knowing that you are not alone on the journey, that your steps are supported, and that every pause, every twist, every unexpected turn is part of a divine design tailored to your soul's deepest desire. And oh, the magic that unfolds when you truly believe this, when you speak it aloud, when you carry yourself like one who is already blessed, already aligned, already affirmed by the heavens. For this belief is what sharpens your awareness and attracts even more signs into your experience. And now we go deeper. For I want you to understand that sometimes the universe speaks in symbols that only you will understand. A song you haven't heard in years that suddenly plays in the perfect moment. A scent that brings a comforting memory, a phrase spoken by a stranger that answers the very question your heart was wrestling with just moments before. And in those divine moments you must pause, acknowledge, and say, thank you. For it is your gratitude that deepens the dialogue with the infinite. Your praise that polishes your perception, and your recognition that invites more clarity. And when you walk in this posture of reverence, your entire being becomes tuned like an instrument, and suddenly, you can sense the subtle shifts, feel the divine nudges, and move with confident faith instead of desperate force, for desperation chokes the flow, but expectancy opens the floodgates. And I say again, beloved, expect signs, expect alignment, expect the miraculous, for expectation is magnetic, and the universe delights in meeting your highest belief, not your lowest doubt. And now, let me remind you of something sacred. Delays are not denials. They are often divine signs in disguise, protecting you, maturing you, repositioning you for something far greater than what you first imagined. And I want you to look back over your life for a moment. How many times did something not work out, only for you to later discover that it was a blessing in perfect disguise, a redirection that saved you, a pause that prepared you? And that is why, even when signs seem unclear, or progress feels slow, or the manifestation hasn't yet arrived, you must trust the process and bless the journey, for the signs never stop. They may change form, but they are always present, always pointing you to truth. And oh, what peace enters your soul when you truly live in this awareness. When you no longer panic in the waiting, because you understand that the signs are not just leading you to the destination. They are part of the destination. They are evidence that the manifestation is already unfolding beneath the surface. And this understanding allows you to rest in faith, and faith, dear one, is the highest vibration, the purest prayer, the most powerful position you can take in the process of creation. And now I invite you to claim this truth aloud. I am a magnet for divine signs. I receive confirmations daily. I walk in the flow of the universe. And as you say these words, you activate something deep in your spirit. You align your speech, your mind, and your heart with divine order. And in that alignment, all things become possible. And yes, beloved, I know there will be days when your faith feels wary, when the signs seem hidden, when the old fears try to creep back in, and in those moments, you must return to your truth, return to the light, and say with boldness, even when I don't see it, the universe is working. Even when I don't feel it, my manifestation is unfolding. And those words will anchor you, ground you, and restore your sight, for spiritual vision is not about the eyes. It is about the heart. And the heart that trusts will always receive, and the mouth that speaks faith will always manifest, for the spoken word is your wand, your tool, your power. And as you use it with wisdom, the universe responds with clarity, with confirmation, and with swift alignment. And now I ask you, beloved, to reflect on this. What signs have you already received that you may have overlooked, dismissed, or forgotten? And how would your confidence shift if you saw those moments not as random, but as reminders of your divine path? And I tell you, when you begin to see your life this way, everything changes. The fear fades, the stress dissolves, the striving stops, and what remains is a beautiful dance of trust and response, creation and confirmation, word and manifestation, and that is the rhythm of divine living. And I urge you now to tune your ears and eyes once more, to welcome the signs, to expect the whispers, and to open your heart fully, for when the heart is open, the signs come easily, and when you honor them, you become a partner in your own miracle, not just a receiver, but a co-creator, a conscious child of the infinite. And from this place of sacred awareness, the smallest details speak volumes. A feather on your path, a word in a dream, a chill on your skin, a repeated phrase in a conversation. All these are signals, affirmations, encouragements from the universe, saying, beloved, you are on the right path. Keep going. What you seek is seeking you. And this is why you must never ignore the quiet voice, the inner nudge, the peaceful knowing that rises when a sign appears. For it is not coincidence. It is confirmation, not accident. It is alignment, not random. It is divine. And now, beloved, we come to the place where intention and surrender meet, the divine space where all signs lead, and where your manifestation, long imagined and spoken with faith, is no longer a distant dream, but a sacred certainty, vibrating ever closer with each breath, each belief, each word of trust spoken into the others. And in this final moment of our journey together, I ask you, with full heart and sacred expectation, to pause and receive the truth I have always known, the truth the universe whispers through its signs, the truth that your desire has already been heard, your word already taken as law, your good already making its way to you through the invisible currents of divine timing. And I implore you to understand now, more deeply than ever before, that these signs you see, be they repeating numbers, feathers on your path, dreams that awaken your soul, people crossing your path at perfect moments, or a sudden lightness in your chest, are not small or insignificant, but rather they are sacred messages from the infinite, confirmations that what you seek is already yours in the invisible realm and is rushing to meet you in form. And I say again, with joy and conviction, every time you feel peace for no reason, every time your spirit smiles before your mind understands why, every time an unexpected opportunity unfolds, it is not luck, not chance, but the result of your faith in motion, your words returning to you multiplied, your vibration calling back its match from the great storehouse of supply. For there is no shortage in the infinite, no delay in divine law, only perfect timing responding to your readiness. And readiness, beloved, is not measured by how much you do, but how deeply you believe, how boldly you speak, how consistently you remain open and receptive. For that is the true posture of manifestation. Not control, but surrender. Not panic, but praise. Not resistance, but radiant expectation. And now I call you to live in this vibration every single day, not as a burden but as a joyful practice, as a way of moving through the world with grace and power. For the more you expect signs, the more you will see them, the more you celebrate them, the more they will multiply, and the more you speak in alignment with your highest good, the faster the form must follow the word, for the word is the seed, the sign is the sprout, and your manifestation is the harvest already in bloom. And in this beautiful loop of creation, you are the artist, the vessel, the channel through which divine will flows. And so I now ask you, what is the sign you most often receive, and what does your spirit tell you it means? And how would your life change if you responded to every sign as if it were the universe's loudest yes, encouraging you forward? And I promise you, the moment you take that sign seriously, the moment you treat it as real, as divine, as intentional, something unlocks in your vibration, and your faith gains momentum, your clarity sharpens, and manifestation accelerates like never before, because you are no longer asking, "Is this a sign?" but boldly affirming, "Yes, this is the sign." And I receive it. And from that point forward, every step you take becomes sacred, every choice intentional, every breath a prayer. And your life is transformed not what you are waiting for, but by what you are willing to believe right now. For belief is not passive. It is the most powerful force in the universe when spoken, felt and acted upon. And that, my dear, is the secret I have spoken for decades. Your word shapes your world, and the signs are simply the universe echoing back your spoken declarations, confirming that your reality is responding to your conscious exactly, perfectly, consistently. And now you must speak again, right now, right here, in this moment of alignment, and declare with conviction, "Trust the signs. I expect divine confirmation. My good is unfolding perfectly, and I am ready to receive." For those words are not just a wish. They are a command to the universe, a magnetic pulse drawing your desire into the realm of form. And when you speak them with feeling, with faith, with gratitude, you become unstoppable, and your manifestations become inevitable. And so I say to you, not just as a teacher, but as a fellow traveler, keep your eyes wide open, your heart fully engaged, and your spirit soft and receptive, for the signs are never far, never faint, never failing. They are always near, always clear to the one who believes, and your job is not to force, not to strive, not to worry, but to trust the divine orchestration and to respond with joyful expectancy to each sacred signal. And now, I invite you to take this journey beyond just listening. Let it become your living. Let this awareness infuse your daily life. Let this consciousness of divine confirmation be your constant companion, so that every time a sign appears, you smile and say, "Yes, thank you, I see it, I receive it, I am aligned." And when doubt tries to creep in, when fear whispers its lies, you return to your truth and speak it louder. "I am divinely guided, and my path is filled with signs of abundance, love, and success." And that affirmation, repeated often and spoken with joy, becomes your shield and your sword, your compass and your light, and over time, you will see how the universe arranges itself to serve your spoken truth, how manifestations appear faster, how peace becomes your default state, and how signs become so frequent they feel like a conversation with the infinite, a living dialogue between your soul and the source. And that, my dear, is the greatest gift of all. To walk through life with the confidence that the universe is not only listening, but answering you with love in every form, through every sign, with every whisper. And so now, in this final breath of our sacred conversation, I leave you with one last living truth: you are never alone. You are always being guided, and every sign is a miracle in motion, proof that your words have power, your faith has wings, and your destiny is unfolding in divine order. And I now challenge you, beloved listener, to live in this truth for the next 30 days, to wake each morning and say aloud, "Today I receive divine signs. Today, I trust the path. Today, I am aligned with the universe." And I assure you, if you commit to this, if you watch with spiritual eyes and listen with a believing heart, you will begin to see signs not just occasionally, but constantly, and those signs will guide you, affirm you, protect you, bless you, and lift you into realms of joy and abundance beyond your imagination. And when that happens, and it will, I want you to return and share your story, your signs, your confirmations, for every testimony is a torch that lights the path for another soul, and we are all connected in this divine unfolding. And now, with all the love of the universe behind you, go forth and live as one who is guided, protected, blessed, and always surrounded by divine signs. For this is your truth, your gift, your power. Receive it fully, live it daily, and let the signs of the universe be your constant, blessed confirmation.